Hi. Today I'm feeling very grateful and very sentimental around time passing and around making the most of the moment, making the most with people, allowing that which no longer serves or is no longer attracted to my being in this reality, letting it be perfect as it is and beautiful as it no longer vibrates in a frequency that means we align physically or virtually or any of the above. And not needing to solve everything with my mind, but trusting divine intuition, trusting divine mind, and learning the difference between an intuitive download, an intuitive connection from spirit in the moment when I'm just by myself, just not reading for someone, not reading for myself, not like just after a yoga class or just after yoga or something like that. Just me. I suppose most of my life is doing those things actually. But just me eating ice cream on a roof, watching the last hours of sunlight on my parents' roof as I prepare to leave again. I love this place so much. And I love my family so much. Even though I know I'll be back, and I'm actually not even moving far this time, which is a first for me. Usually I go a lot further, continents or countries wise, but I always feel this way when I leave. I always feel this like nostalgic appreciation, you know, and that feels a little bit like grief. You know, the grief of time passing and people getting older. And it's just life. Not trying to fix that or change that or make myself be any different. Not telling myself to grow up. I had a really interesting experience on my birthday last year where there's a guy quite a bit younger than me. I hadn't wanted to go into this restaurant place that my partner of the time's friend owned. I just had this awful I didn't want to go. I could feel it coming. And I had a call with my mum and dad when I was I think it was just my mum actually, when I was over in Mexico, and I was just crying. I was just tearful because I missed them, because I loved them, because, you know, so it was a long way away. I don't tend to hide my feelings or emotions, and I don't do it particularly well even when I try. Yeah, and he just said that I was pathetic and I should grow up, and that he used to be like me, but then he decided ... and that I should just use plant medicine and blah 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 blah. And it got me thinking about a lot of things as I was remembering this, thinking about like the dependency of substances and how pretty much the whole world is dependent on something, in the sense of, you know, we need food to fucking breathe and air to fucking breathe and food to live, most of us, not all of us. And definitely that's something I'm interested in learning more about, you know, pranic living and living with the sunshine, because, you know, from my experience it really does resonate. But specifically in terms of like plant medicines and some substances that are mind altering, it can be quite a slippery slope. You know, I've been through that experience myself, especially traveling or being away from my family. I really leaned into substance use, specifically smoking cannabis. because for me it was something that allowed me to be in my body, and it allowed me to feel the depths of my mind and what I was making things mean, and what I was experiencing, so that I could genuinely, consciously work through things. It would also take the edge off life, you know, because I do feel so very deeply, and I wasn't always so accepting of my feelings and how open I am now. It was quite a journey to get there, or get here, and that, you know, that's still evolving. I mean, I'm talking to a piece of electronics as I would for a good friend or something like that, but it would, you know, we don't do this for everyone. We don't let everyone in on our inner workings. But there's so much to be said for just appreciating people while we're here, and while we're all here, because we just don't know, you know, and when we are more consumed with a substance or substances, you know, sugar, coffee, certain foods, certain habits like TV consumption, you know, all of these things, it's like we're missing this precious time, you know, like we're missing time together. We're missing presence with one another. That's something that touches me quite deeply, that feeling, and it always has. That's something I remember feeling a lot in my life. Yeah, I think I just wanted to share this little moment with you, because I think it's quite often we expect ourselves to be these impenetrable monks when we're on a spiritual quest. And sometimes that quest can come from not wanting to feel feelings anymore, not wanting to feel certain ways, certain feelings. And the fact of the matter is that I think the deeper into the journey I get, the more I am feeling, but the depth to which I'm feeling it is much more enjoyable, because there is this peace, body activation, there is this level of peace all over me that I can't, you know, I can't move away from, and I don't want to. One of my coaches, beautiful woman, Shoshana, says, we are only limited in life by that which we are unwilling to feel. And that really hit me, because it's how I lived a lot of my, I suppose, mid-20s, early 20s, even towards the late 20s. But actually, when I was younger, I would feel all, and I would let myself feel it. I don't think I particularly ruminated for very long. I did the average teenage thing, or the average kid thing, but I would bob back up quite quickly when the time was over, when there was spirit guiding me back to happy, happy, fun, fun. So today there's always a profound message, I think, from my perspective of life, the things that I'm learning and growing through, especially as a reflector in human design. I think that there's something we can all learn from someone if we choose, you know, whether it's a reflector or otherwise. We're all reflections of one another. Just so happens that our aura is more designed for that experience. So my guess, or my feeling, my sentiment is much that if you resonate with my content, then this message is for you in some way, shape or form. Even if it doesn't feel like it, certainly if you've made it this far through the video, there's a little something here for you. Oh, okay, I'm gonna sit back and just enjoy the sky. Again, I'm kind of still a bit lazy to edit, because I need to sort out phone memories and other such stuff. But I would love to show you around. And perhaps there'll be a way for me to do that, even if I can't do it yet. Reset? No, not for now. I'd have to edit. I don't want to do that, because I've got so much stuff. Got to pack, got to do this, got to do that, and I'd rather have a message out than make excuses not to edit. So we never have an excuse, just have choice. Profound. Do you know what's funny? After all those years of smoking weed, I actually think I'm high most of the time now. And I was thinking that as I was walking today, as I was breathing quite deeply. I mean, I do walk in nature every day, but I was having a really deep breathing moment with myself and just looking at the floor in front of me, looking at the grass, looking at the trees, and just realizing, like, wow, I used to smoke to get to this place, and now I'm here. And we can all do that. And we can actually do it so much easier than we think. It just maybe isn't as instant a hit as the smoking. Actually, when I smoke now, it almost brings me down. It definitely not when I first smoke, obviously, but the aftermath is just like, oh, it makes me feel numb. Like, I don't want to feel numb. I want to taste my tea and hear the birds and cry because I'm going to miss my family. Even though I'm just moving across the local frickin' area this time. Yeah. I did say in earlier videos that I was going to move to China. It's not happening yet. I decided against it. I don't think I want to live there. I think I'd just rather visit. And I've had another offer from Mexico, so that's probably where I'll go first later this year. Maybe India. Haven't decided. These are the joys of working for yourself. Anyway, that being said, I really hope you will consider giving this video a like, sharing with a friend if you think of someone this would resonate with. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to know how you're doing, how you're feeling. Did you have any interesting responses or reactions that you feel like sharing? This really is a beautiful virtual community space that we can share what goes on for us. And then as a beautiful song, I can't remember the writer, Anna something, it's called 2 AM, the song. She says, it's no longer inside me, threatening the life it belongs to. Just meaning, like, when we share something, it's no longer given the power to destroy us because we haven't manifested, because we haven't expressed it, because we haven't shared it. And obviously it's worth being mindful and conscious of how and what and when we share, but it's also a gift to the world and to ourselves. So I invite you to lean into this space as much as you can, as much as you feel called. As and when you do, I'm here. The birds are here. Don't forget to go outside. And yeah. Oh, I'm also going to be doing tea and tarot Tuesdays from now on. 7 PM GMT time. The early bird is £33 for 90 minutes. If anyone would like to join us, it would be beautiful to have you there. I'm going to kind of guide people through reading their own cards and how I use tarot for subconscious programming, how I use it for shadow work and interpreting my reality through art, through the art form of tarot. So it would be a blessing and a privilege to have you there. Just connect below, Facebook, Instagram. Trying to figure out how to upload it to TikTok. Me and that platform have much to learn about one another. That being said, sending you all of my love. All unfolds in the perfect way, and so it is. Namaste.